Hello everybody. Before I begin this video, I want to give people a little bit of warning that this video will probably exceed 5 minutes, but this video is extremely important and I'm going to explain why in a moment. This is not a video where I rant and rave and point fingers and the poor me. This is a video that hopefully will be for everybody. That being said, I want to start off by stating that I'm 57 years old. I have a lot more days behind me than I ever will have left ahead of me. I've lived the majority of my life. My life is winding down. I'm reaching the end of my life. I still have a few years to go, hopefully. No one knows, but hey, we can always hope. But staying on topic, what I want to say for you younger generation that are watching this, like I said, I'm 57, so if you're a little bit younger than me, you're in the younger generation, and I'm a little jealous, but anyways. For you younger generation, in today's lifestyle, you chase after the younger girls, the girlfriends, the future wives. You talk about, think about, and plan on little children, families, marriage. You talk about and you dream about fast cars and impressing the girls, or if you happen to be a female watching this, a younger female, impress your boyfriend or husband, whatever. I want to say something that may make sense later on in your life. It may not make a whole lot of sense now, but I think it's important that I do so because, like I said, I'm 57, my life is winding down, and this is a very prominent part of my life that I get a chance to actually tell somebody something that's going to make sense. Enjoy your youth right now. Enjoy the time you have right now. You're young, you're energetic, you have ideas that could revolutionize the world. You have the capability of change. You can make policy if you push hard enough. You could help ratify the laws and change the laws to better suit humanity. You have the capability of doing all these things. You have the literal world at your fingertips. But here's the thing. If you don't make these moves now, in your youth, when you get my age, you realize those things are not really possible anymore. And I'm going to explain why. Your younger generation, you talk about fast cars and sports cars and fancy cars to get you where you're going. People my age worry about whether or not the battery in an electric wheelchair is going to get us from point A to the bathroom. You talk about going camping and being able to do all these hikes through the woods and the mountains and the trails. People my age, we're fortunate if we can even get out of bed in the morning. You younger generation, you can, how do I word this without sounding obtuse? You can get up on the dance floor with the one you love, and you can dance and romance and have a good time. People my age, our bones hurt so bad that we can barely even move. I'm 57 years old. I can still move fairly good, but I've noticed some characteristics that I want to point out to you that I think you might want to think about, especially before you get my age. Number one, you can run to and from places and not have to worry about it. People my age, we run, we fall, we break our bones. We could be in a nursing home probably the rest of our life healing, because as we get older, our bodies don't want to heal. It takes forever. You can run into the bathroom, take care of business A, B, number one, number two, whatever the case is, and not worry about it. People my age, we're worried about whether or not we're going to shit ourselves before we get to the bathroom. You ever heard of what's called incontinence? It's where you get this burning pain in your stomach and you've got to go to the bathroom, but it has to be right now. Yeah. Us older people, we go through that. We have to be careful when we fart. And I know that sounds funny, but a fart can turn very dangerous real quickly when you're not thinking about it. When you get my age, a fat may not actually be a fat. It may be something else. Point to remember. The foods we used to enjoy. In my youth, I used to love corn on the cob. I'd eat that shit day and night, and it didn't bother me. Today, if I've been into a piece of corn, I probably lose about 5 teeth, because that's just the way it is. Here's a part that you don't want to hear, and it's probably going to cause a lot of conflict, and I don't mean to, but I want to state the facts. Cigarettes. When you're younger, you smoke to join the crowd, to blend in, to look cool, to do what your friends are doing. As you get my age, 57 years old, after smoking for 38 years, when you lay down at night, you're not laying down like that with your head on a pillow. You're laying up like that so you can actually breathe. A lot of my friends who are my age are on CPAP machines, breathing machines. COPD is not a joke, folks. And I'll say that one more time. COPD is not a joke, folks. It's not. Because every breath you take could be your last. These things, even though I'm talking about how dangerous they are, I'm not going to quit. It's already too late for that. If I quit smoking right now, it might add a week to my life. So I've already done the damage. My lungs are already in very bad shape. I'm not in good health as far as lung-wise. I had a physical the other day. My cholesterol is good, but my lungs are working at literally half capacity. And it's severely contributed to these cigarettes. A lot of people say, well, I vape. Well, I'm not going to get into a debate whether or not vaping is good or bad. I'm only going to tell you that I just lost a friend of mine with popcorn lung because of vaping. He's never smoked a cigarette in his entire life. As a matter of fact, he hates cigarette smoke, or hated cigarette smoke. So he picked up a vape, and he was doing something called strawberry shortcake or cheesecake or something like that. He did that for, I think, 5 years now. And just recently he passed away from what's called popcorn lung. And that was directly associated with vaping. So if you think that vaping is a safer alternative to cigarette smoke, I got the proof to verify it's not. I have his obituary that I can actually post on a video if you want to see it, just a verification that I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. Forgive the pun, but anyways, to get back on topic, if you're a lot younger than me, please enjoy your youth. Enjoy it now. Enjoy it while you can. Get out there and make a difference in life. When you see somebody my age, instead of making fun of how slow we walk or how our memory is not where it needs to be, think about what's going to happen when you get our age, when you slow down, when you can't remember birthdays and holidays, and sometimes you can't remember your own family. These are very serious issues. These really happen. It's a hell of a thing to lose your mind. It's a hell of a thing to look your own family member in the face and not know who in the hell they are. It's a scary, lonely thing. Please, people, if you're younger than me, do something to make your life longer. Don't do the stupid bullshit I've done all my life. I've done drugs, I've done alcohol, I'm smoking, in and out of jail, crime, being a complete asshole. And look what it got me. An empty home. I have a very beautiful little girl out there that's almost 6 years old. I can't even see. But that hopefully will change very soon. But like I said, make a difference now while you can. Make a difference today. Before you really do grow old. Believe me, growing old sometimes is not fun.